Hello, my name is Angelique Kidd. I'll be doing a presentation on my favorite film. My favorite film. The director for this movie is Gary Marshall. Gary Marshall got his start in the 60s when he did the writing for The Lucy Show and The Dick Van Dyke Show. But he didn't really get his true rise to fame until he did the Happy Days show and the Laverne and Shirley, and especially Mork and Mindy. That's when he really took off. This musical director is not only known for his face, but especially for his music. His name is John Debney. He worked on this movie, but he has also worked on many others that you may know of. He is personally my favorite. He has worked on many movies, especially in Disney. He is most known for Hocus Pocus, Spy Kids, Aunt Bully, recently Luck, Elf, Zathura, Evan Almighty, The Emperor's New Groove, and he worked on Chicken Little with the director for this movie as well. For the musical producers, there were multiple producers on this movie. Of course, with this movie, not only did Gary Marshall direct this movie, but he also had a hand in producing this movie. You also had Deborah Martin Chase. Whitney Houston was also a producer in this movie. You had Mario Iskovich, and a co-producer was Ellen H. Schwartz. The artist director for this movie, Katty Maxey, I could not find a picture of her, unfortunately, but although I could not find a picture, she is very recognizable for some of her work. She was nominated for an award for her work in the Jurassic World movie in 2016, and she also is known for her movies How to Eat Fried Worms, Payback, Greenland, Independence Day Resurgence, and Mindhunter. Majority of the crew, except for Ellen A. Schwartz, worked on the second Princess Diaries together. As for other works, the musical director and the director worked on Chicken Little together, and the director and Mario Iskovich worked on Dear God together. As for the other producers and the art director, I did not see any other correlation of working together. Aside from Katty Maxey and Mario Iskovich, and a little bit of Gary Marshall, the majority of the crew portfolios were dominantly, their target audience was dominantly children movies to young adult, to about, I'd say about early 20s. That was their target audience. And they all were about, they had some comedy or rom-com. That was the connecting themes to about almost all of their movies. This movie is my favorite movie because she showed in the end, although she did change her looks, it didn't matter. She had a great heart the whole time. The one time she did change her heart, or she did change, only bad things happened. Only if you're pretty from the inside, it will show on the outside. Having a good heart is all that matters. Having good morals is what matters. And I have lived by that since this movie. And having just, no matter what looks you have, just having a good heart is what's important. And that's why this is my favorite movie.